US President Joe Biden has made a secret visit to the war-torn Ukraine. He went to the capital of Kyiv, which is a symbol of Ukraine's fight against Russia. He arrived in Kyiv after a train ride from Poland. From the border of Poland, he took a almost 7 to 8 hour long train ride and came to Kyiv. But what does it really mean? A United States of America president visiting an active war zone? Well, firstly, let's tell you why is it a covert visit. There are so many security concerns when United States president visits any place, and this is an active war zone. Earlier, Obama has visited Afghanistan in 2010, and George Bush had visited Iraq for Thanksgiving to celebrate it with the troops in 2003. But both these visits were in areas where the conflict was happening, where there were American boots on the ground. There were American soldiers who were part of the conflict. Here, he is heading to a war zone. President Biden is heading to a war zone where there are no American troops. So it is difficult for a security detail to control the situation. This is the first time a US president has gone into a war zone where there is no American security. What exactly does this visit mean? Well, if President Biden has chosen to go to Ukraine, it means that he wants to send a message very strongly, and that is the reinforcement of their promise of support. And this message is for the entire world to see. We have to understand that Kyiv is a city that stands as a symbol of Ukraine's resolve against Russian aggression. Russian forces have tried and completely failed to capture the capital city. And this attempt was made very early in the war last year. And now a year is going to be over on 24th of February for this war. So it was very important for United States to send out a message right now. Also, we have to understand that President Putin in Russia is also making similar gestures. He's also getting ready to deliver a speech which is scheduled on Tuesday to reinforce the belief that people of his country domestically, and also to send out a message to the world. And at this point of time, US President Joe Biden will also be heading to Warsaw, and around the same time he will also be delivering a speech. So this will be something like a split screen that we will see on televisions across the world, where we will see the two big nations standing against each other and their heads of states delivering their speeches. Now, why is it important for President Biden to send out this message? It is plainly because of the fatigue that has set in due to this long drawn-out war. 1 year of war, everybody is tired. The allies of Ukraine and NATO's and all the NATO members and also USA, they all understand that this war means cost, this war means human life, this war is tiring. So they've been pressuring Ukraine for a peace deal to come and sit and negotiate. But that would mean that Ukraine might have to give up some territory. So that's going to be costly for Ukraine. Also, look at America. Domestically, Republicans are also raising this question that why are we giving so much money to Ukraine? In fact, some of them are calling it a blank check. And the newly appointed House Speaker, Kevin McCarthy, has been pretty vocal about this. So domestically also, USA is facing some challenges as far as the support to the war is concerned. And this visit of the US president comes after a series of visits that Zelensky had made. And he had begun his visits with the US and then gone on to many other countries. And he had very publicly appealed for help to come more quickly, and he wanted more help from his allies. In fact, earlier when he was stressing on tanks, we had all seen that it did make an effect, and now we see tanks going to Ukraine. But now they're asking for fighter jets. Although we have seen it, that USA has clearly said that they will not be giving fighter jets, but as the war progresses, we have seen situations changing, we have seen stances changing, and we have seen no's turning into yes. We've also seen recently UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak. He has already said that we need to send long-range arms to Ukraine. And in fact, UK has always been in the forefront of providing arms to Ukraine. And they were one of the first countries to send tanks, and now they are ready to send long-range arms if everybody is agreeing on it. So this is a possibility that after this visit, Zelensky might increase the pressure on the NATO allies and United States of America to deliver fighter jets. In fact, Ukraine's defense minister had recently said that why not start training our personnel on the fighter jets, and if you decide to send the jets, we will save the time on training. He was referring to how the HIMARS missile system that was sent by America, or the Patriot defense system, all these systems, after it was agreed by US that they will be sent, it was only then the training started, and that is a potential loss of time and some very critical time. And we all know that the tanks that are going to be delivered by USA to Ukraine, they will also take months to come. It's clear they'll be procured, they'll be then sent to Ukraine. It'll take a long time. So Ukraine is fighting a war against Russia and against time, and it needs its allies to send all the help as soon as possible. And this is exactly what Zelensky would be telling Joe Biden in this meeting. This meeting is extremely crucial for the NATO allies and Ukraine. Russia will also be keeping an eye on this meeting, but it is definitely a very strong message by Joe Biden. Do tell us what you think about this video in the comment section, and also subscribe to India Today for more news updates. 12 months of devastation, destruction and intense fighting. 12 months of international posturing and diplomatic spats. As the Ukraine-Russia war completes a year, we bring you 12 Shades of War, starting from Sunday 19th February at 8 p.m. only on India Today Digital.